Hello and welcome to my channel. This is day number 20 of VEDA video every day in April, and for today we're doing our challenge again. This time it's going to be the reread, rewrite, or burn challenge for some dark romances. Okay, loads of fun. I decided to do dark romances this time. Hopefully round number 4 doesn't get me again. I think I picked a pretty good variety of dark romances. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Some of them are ones that you have heard of. Some of them are ones that you haven't heard of. And just a disclaimer that all choices made for the overall arcing of, which one I burn, which one I reread, and which one I rewrite means nothing, has no real bearing, I guess you could say, especially if I have a heartache with it, because round 4, as you guys know, usually does that for me. So let's get into round 1 of reread, rewrite, or burn. Alrighty, they're all up in there. Let's start pulling them out. All right, got 1, 2, and got 3. So for those that have not seen this before, what I do is I pick 3. I have 5 rounds. I have 15 books that are going to go up against each other, and hopefully I don't, cry through this process. So the first book we have is Truly, that is in the running, by Carmel Rhodes. This is a dark, taboo YA, which you guys know that I'm not a big fan of dark YA, but this one did it for me. I really did enjoy it. And yeah. Ooh, let's see who it's going up against. It is going up against Savior by Fiona Cole, and in this book we have a man that, I believe this is an age gap. I'm pretty sure this is an age gap, but he is trying to make amends for the loss of his sister, who was kidnapped and put into the slave trade. And when he can't find her, he goes on a mission to find her and get her back, type thing, and then help her through her issues. But he finds that there is a woman that needs cash, and then once he saves her, they find out they have an attraction towards each other, and yeah, that's where that comes in. And the final book in the running is, oh, hopefully my stack doesn't fall too much, is Being Sir by Dominguez. This is a BDSM. No, I believe it's a novel. I think it's full-on novel. It's quite a few pages. It's a standalone. It is about one of the characters in the, let's see, is about one of the characters in the Art of DNS, or Dominance and Submission, trilogy, and I really love this one. This character, this definitely can be read as a standalone. It's about the character and how he fits into the BDSM world, and I really enjoyed it. So this is kind of difficult, being that these are 3 books that I thoroughly enjoyed, but I do feel that I can do this safely and respectfully without, having a real dislike for any of them. Like, there isn't one that I would completely burn right off. But since it's a game and I have to, I think I would burn Truly, even though I was quite moved by it and enjoyed it. I would reread. Yeah, reread Becoming Sir, because this is also a revised copy of it. So there's actually already been some changes. I think I said reread, right? Reread. And then I would rewrite Savior. The only thing that I'd probably do is maybe change the title, because I mean, even though he really is being a savior throughout, and not just for the girl that he initially saves, but also for some other things that are going on. So yeah, but for the game purposes, I would rewrite this one. So that was a little difficult, guys. Just a little difficult. Alrighty. On to round number 2. And in round number 2, we have Desperate Measures by Katee Robert, which is in the middle of my stack, so give me a second. Okay, Desperate Measures by Katee Robert. This is a fairy tale retelling where the villains get their happy endings instead. And this is going to be an interesting one, because I have some interesting things. Depending on what other ones it goes up against, I already think I know where I want to kind of put this one. Then we have Prisoned by Marni Mann. This is about a woman that wakes up in the dirt, in the dark, and doesn't know what's going on. There's a whole bunch of twists and turns. I listened to this as an audiobook and I absolutely loved it. It had me twisting and turning throughout the series, and I was just like, oh, what's going to happen next? I love the narrator's voice. He really put me into it. I believe it was a male. I don't know if there was a female voice or not, but it was a really good, twisty, dark themed book. And finally in the running, we have, of course, the book that's on the bottom of the stack. And that is Savage, The Awakening of Lizzie Danton by L.A. Fiore. And this is about a man and a woman that end up, the woman ends up going to Scotland. I think it's Scotland. Yes, Scotland. And she inherits some things, but he's damaged and she's damaged. He has some things in his past. It's dark, it's twisted, but it definitely gave me like a mystical feel, and it was dark and it's twisted, and I really, really enjoyed it. So let's get to this domination of who I'm doing what to. And I am going to have to, I know I'm going to get some hate for this, being that this video is coming out on a Tuesday and it's going to be on YouTube and stuff like that. But I would burn Desperate Measures. I would rewrite Prisoned just to make it a little more clear for some of the twists and turns. And then I would reread Savage because I absolutely loved it. And it made me want to go to Scotland. And it's time for... Let's get that shaken up there. Oh boy. Time for round number 3. Let's get a good mix here, hopefully. Go. Okay. And 3 books in the contending are... Okay. We have Whispers in the Dark by LeTeisha Newton, and in this book we have a woman that is kidnapped and traumatized, and then she comes across the person that the son of the person that does some things, and come to find out we end up having a serial killer romance. That's all I can tell you. It's dark, it's twisted. There are some very on-page gruesome scenes, so go into this light. Don't tread lightly when you go into it. You got to be a dark romance lover to like really appreciate this amazingness right here. Okay, like seriously. Going against that, which happens to be a favorite of mine. Okay, we have King from T.M. Frazier. This is actually the bundle up, but King is the first book in the King duet, I believe it is. It's King and Tyrant, but it's about a motorcycle club. This, I believe, is an age gap. It's an age gap romance, but motorcycle club. The female character ends up like selling herself to the club, and then the guy that she ends up with is like, no, we're not gonna do it that way, and there's some twists and some turns. I did enjoy it, but I wasn't over the top in love with it. And then our final contender is Madness by Kailee Reese Samuels. This is part of the Sinister Fairy Tales collection, and the fairy tale that is reimagined and retold in this is Alice in Wonderland. I don't even know that I would put this in dark romance, because to me, I don't remember reading the arc. Mind you, it was an arc, so there may be a different ending to this, but I don't remember reading the arc and having a happy ending. I could be wrong, but it takes you down a rabbit's hole, and it's twisty, and it's weird, and it's crazy, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it when I read it. So it is a little open-ended. But I do remember enjoying the crazy, wild ride of this. So, let's see. So we're going to burn King. Sorry, TM, but we're going to burn you. And then we're going to reread Whispers in the Dark by LeTeisha Newton, and we're going to rewrite Madness by Kailee Reese Samuels, so that we can get a happy ending, like a concrete happy ending for the Madness. The dreaded 4th round, guys. Like, seriously dreaded 4th round. Ooh, this combination could be interesting. Come on, be good to me, 4th round. Be good to me, 4th round. Is that 2 and 1 there? Alrighty, so I knew this one was going to come out right now. Our first book that we have is Insidious by Aleatha Romig. This is about a woman that it's an age gap romance. It's taboo. I don't know that I would put this in dark romance either. I would definitely say this is more on the psychological thriller, twisty, weirdness, and super dark. I actually did a live show with some other romance booktubers where we discussed this last year time frame, because I believe it was when the pandemic started, and we got some mixed feelings, but we had some good discussions on this book right here. Alrighty, and they showed me some things that I hadn't even picked up on. Oh, dang it. Next, we have Mercy by Debra Anastasia. And in this story, we have a woman that was traumatized when she was young, and a guy that knew about that trauma when she was younger and he was younger. They are now grown up. He is sort of taken on this protector role, and it is really, really good. It's really good. It really is. The only, this could be bad. This could be really bad for this third one. Please don't let it be something I love. Please. Okay. So then we have Midnight with the Devil by Emma Castle. In this story, we have a woman that makes a deal with the devil. If you like the television show Lucifer, then you are going to enjoy the twists and turns of this, and you don't have to wait 5 or 6 seasons, how many ever seasons it is, for our devil and our innocent to get together, because that's part of their contract that they have. Whew. Yes, okay. So round 4 didn't destroy me this time. It is a little difficult. It is going to be a little difficult, but even though I enjoyed this book, I'm still going to burn it, and that is Midnight with the Devil by Emma Castle. Enjoyed it, but out of these, got to burn it. It's the only logical choice to burn. And then we are going to rewrite Mercy by Debra Anastasia, just because I think there could have been some more clarity that was added into it. And it probably could have not left on a little bit of a cliffhanger, even though it's not really a cliffhanger, but it feels like a cliffhanger. It felt like a cliffhanger to me. And then, of course, I'm going to reread Insidious just so I can find even more craziness by Aleatha Romig. Yay! Yes! Round 4 didn't destroy me this time. Okay. On to round 5, which I don't even know why I'm pulling these out. It's the last 3 books that I have sitting here next to me. And those are A Lesson in Thorns by Simone. This is the first book in the Thorn Chapel series. I am waiting for the rest of the series to come out on audiobooks. Hopefully it'll be soon. It's been a minute since the 4th book has been released. And I really kind of want to go back into the world of Thorn Chapel. There's a mystery that goes on, and then there's a whole bunch of sexy hotness. Like, the first time I read this, I read it as an audiobook. And I remember vividly sitting at my son's swim practice, listening to this, and got to the scene that was just like, I hope my earbuds are plugged in properly, and this is not projecting, because woo-wee. So good. So good. Next, we have The Shadows of Stormclyffe Hall by Lauren Smith. And this story is, I would sort of put it as a gothic romance that's dark. A PhD scholar is going to Stormclyffe Hall to do her thesis, and the proprietor of Stormclyffe Hall is there, and there are some ghosts and some spells and some wonky things that are going on. I really enjoyed it. Some friends of mine, we were doing live shows, as a matter of fact, read-alongs, read with me, and I was listening to this as an audiobook, and they cracked up watching my face as I was listening to this. And they have since read it, and they have discovered some other things that I may have missed. And but I really did enjoy this book. And dang it, I just saw what this last book is going to be, and that is Rebel Bitten by Lexi C. Foss. And this is book number 544 in the Blood Alliance series. And this series, you can read the books as standalones. Lexi does a really good job of giving some information about the rest of the story. But this book really twisted me on my end. We have a vampire who doesn't necessarily want to be in charge, but is in charge. Then we have a contender that was given to the wolf pack that's involved in this series, but come to find out some things have happened, and it's very, very twisty and crazy and interesting. So, oh goodness, let's see. So Ooh, it's a little bit, it's gonna hurt me just a little bit to do this. Just a tiny bit. But we are going to Burn the Shadows of Stormclyffe Hall by Lauren Smith. Then we are going to rewrite Rebel Bitten, just because I would just want to reread the greatness that is A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. There isn't really anything that I would want to really change about this, except for maybe I think it was a little transparent, because I kind of had a feeling about the twist before the twist actually happened in this. So I think I would write it a little more twisty. That's what I would do. But there's no touching the greatness of freaking A Lesson in Thorns. So yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so that is Reread, Rewrite, or Burn, dark, twisty romance edition. Let me know if you agree with some of my choices down in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in another video.